Well, that was music by TheConverseKid right there on the intro to the ABJ podcast. Welcome, everybody, back to another live podcast episode. Today, I'll be sitting down with Billy Trey, TheConverseKid, the voice, the music, a lot to everything that I do with my content, whether it's streaming, podcasting it out, whatever it may be. Billy is usually the voice or the music or the creativity behind it. So let's chat with him. This is my second interview with Billy here on the ABJ podcast. So let's dive in. What is going on, everybody? ABJ here, back to the ABJ podcast. We are live currently, Facebook on two pages, my personal and my business, YouTube on ABJ on the ABJ podcast, High Tension Wrestling, and we're over on Twitch as well. I think I'm doing some co-stream with Billy. I don't know what that is. I don't even know if it's working. We'll figure it out when I bring Billy in. Just get some housekeeping out of the way. If first time here, hit that like and subscribe. It helps out more than you know. YouTube just did this new feature as well where you can do hyping up videos. I don't know if it works on live streams, but I know you can do it back on previous content. It's just when you're in this chat, you earn XP, or anytime you watch YouTube videos, you earn XP, and you can use that XP to hype somebody up for free. It costs you nothing, but it really helps out small content creators like myself. Also, links below to follow me on all social media, and if you want to grab some merchandise. But that's going to do it for the housekeeping side. Let's bring in the TheConverseKid, Billy Trey. What's going on, bud?
Not much. What about you? Well, actually, a lot. That's a lie. Not much. That's a lie.
Well, that's it. That's all Billy's life. We'll talk to you next
guys.
That's roll awesome. The credits. Yeah. No, I'm exhausted. I'm sore. I'm having a day where I'm like trying to mentally recharge my battery because wrestling shows take it out of me. Last night you came to a show that I got to. You didn't really get to see me perform because I'm backstage, but you get to come and hang out and watch the show that I don't get to see, but then have to talk about backstage, which is a lot of fun. But yeah, did you enjoy yourself?
Yeah, dude, it was a lot of fun. A lot of the matches were really good. It's weird, right? I feel like, I know this is such a random thing, but I feel like for women's matches, they have to put on like triple the effort, to get the crowd involved. And I think that's one thing, but also like I've never been there before, so it was like a new experience to me. But I was like, there were definitely times where I'm like doing like chants and like then I stop and I'm like, oh, no one over here is
they don't care about women's wrestling.
Yeah, I'm like, wow, this kind of bums me out. But they still put on like excellent matches, and then at the end everyone's cheering and stuff, and I'm like, I don't get this. Like, I feel like I'm in a different world.
I think it's kind of just like a wrestling thing because how women's wrestling wasn't taken seriously and it wasn't really good back in the day, that they would almost people would use that match to like take a mental rest and then get ready for the next one to cheer. And I don't think that stigma has broken yet. And
that shouldn't be a thing for sure, because like me and my stepdad and my brother went to the SummerSlam, and all the women took the craziest bumps.
Oh yeah, the women's match were the best.
And we agreed on everything. Not even in the women's match, the tag match where I don't know who it was, but she climbs up to the top rung and then they push the ladder off and she literally lands ribs first into the freaking ladder. I was like, what the hell?
Yeah, they're nuts. Yeah, but that was cool to do that. I haven't seen you perform in a little bit. I think the last time I seen you was at Pilguru. You were performing there.
Probably.
And I was heckling you and yelling and making you sing songs.
You're heckling me? What do you mean?
I yell. I don't know. People say it's heckling. I wasn't picking on you. I was just genuinely play that song. I like that
you were
song.
just genuinely like, yeah, you're not yelling Freebird. Freebird is heckling.
Yeah. I think my Freebird for you is every band or local musician in the area, there's that one song for me, it's their Freebird. Like you have to, if I don't hear that song, I'm gonna be pissed. Like Tim Churches and Trains is Medication. If I don't hear Medication, I'm leaving. I'm never coming back. I'm giving him his t-shirt back.
Obligatory Train song. If he doesn't play that, or Dollar Bill, like those are my jams. But now, like lately, Blue Skies and Black Ties has been.
That's a good one.
That's the jam, because
there's a song that he did that me and Lily almost bawled our eyes out for. And I don't remember the name of the song, but it was really fucking good. Like it was a really like Tim's a really good songwriter.
The County Fair, not Counter Fair, County Fair.
Song? I don't remember, but it's about a breakup song. It's like a really sad breakup song. I don't remember the name of it though. I doubt he'll be in the chat to help us out.
I feel like me and him have swapped as far as that goes. Like I started out making really sad songs, and like his were kind of like there, and then they got happier. But now I'm like kind of making, you know what I mean, like happier, catchy jams, and now he's back to like the beginning.
Yeah. And he's like, the
Holy shit.
single Tim is I love this face. It's probably not great for his mental health, but just like watching him be the old man yelling at the clouds sometimes.
I love him figuring himself out, and it's cool. It's not cool, obviously. Everyone gets bummed out when you go through like a situation.
Kids are riding their bikes down the street at Pilgaro, and he's like, use the fucking sidewalk. And I go, that would not have been you 2 years ago. You know what I mean? Like, you would have not cared those kids were riding.
I think that just comes with getting older. I'm not gonna lie. I don't think that has to do with a relationship. I just think the older you get, the more everyone's like, oh, these, you know. And in our area, like, you know, parents aren't paying attention to their kids. It's up to the community to pay attention to their children. But
like realistically, there's like 4 kids that go outside. And they're the ones that the parents are like, do they care about them? Or are they just like, actually, kids should go back outside and play?
True.
Like, I think a lot of parents don't let their kids leave the house anymore. They're like, you can't leave. Like, you know how great it's like post-apocalyptic. You're gonna get eaten by monsters.
You're gonna get eaten by monsters.
If you're going to the park, I'm gonna stand there and watch you. I'm gonna watch you play at the park until you're fucking 16 years old. I have to be with you everywhere you go until you get a job. Like, I'm gonna escort you to your first day of your job. I'm gonna walk around and follow you. Like, parents are wild.
Yeah, that's true. That's fair.
My parents are like, yo, you're fucking 5. Go outside.
You're 5.
Go get hit by a car. Like, I can't handle you in the house all day.
Look, you can put round pegs in round holes. You're good to walk around outside.
Emily says she still has to watch Billy play in the park. He gets stuck in those swirly things. He tries to. He's like Danny DeVito in fucking Always Sunny.
Stuck in the coil, dude.
He's stuck in the coil. There's gonna be children here, D.
How did you get here? That's not what's important.
Oh man, I think the new season of that comes out. But all right, well let's get into this. Tell people, if they have not seen the previous podcast or listen, who are you? And who I always think of like kindergarten cop when I ask this question, like, who is your daddy and what does he do? But who are you, and tell us about yourself.
My name is Billy. I go by TheConverseKid. I make melodic punk emo music. I call it Diet Bayside because that's like my number one inspiration. And every time I play anywhere, it's like people come up to me and they're like, you remind me of like Anthony Green and Seosin, or you remind me of Anthony from Bayside. I'm like, well, I just remind you of Anthony's. That's cool. Like, you know, but like, no, that's definitely what I strive for. So it's really fun. It's gotten to the point where Junk Punk, this one dude that I've regularly played with recently, he just calls me Bayside. So now that's a thing. But yeah, no, that's what I do. I make music.
You're Weezer side. You walk up and everyone's like, yo, he looks like the guy from Weezer. And then
yeah.
And then you play Bayside all day and they're like, oh, didn't see that coming.
When I don't have my like crazy ass colored hair and I shave, or sometimes the mustache is fine.
Yeah, but he has that. He rocked that like long hair and a full beard for a little bit there.
Yeah, the mullet.
The mullet.
He looked like a badass. He looked like he shouldn't have been a badass, but he was.
He's like when they cast in a movie and it's not that good. Like the actors aren't that amazing, and it's just like he's like cast to be the badass role. And you're like, who is this guy? Like
he's like when the heavyweight champion has an anorexic arc. I don't know if I could say that. But
probably not.
Yeah, something like that.
It's been real. We're canceled. It's been 8 years.
I'm canceled. Oh, can't make jokes anymore. Well,
yeah, it's over. Comedy's dead. Ask Elon. All right. So what's been new with you since the last time we talked when it comes to music? I know you've been putting out some new stuff. I don't even remember the last time we did talk. It's been that long ago. I should probably look.
Yeah,
I
think it was like 3 or 4 years ago.
No way.
Yeah.
Since the last time we did a podcast together.
Okay, at least 2 or 3 years.
Really?
It's 2025. I don't think we did one last year.
Does that make me a bad friend? I don't
think we did one 2 years ago. No. I remember you told me specifically at one point, you're like, I'm just going to focus the wrestling stuff, so I never hit you up. But you were like, just hit me up if you ever want to do an episode. And I was like, oh, you're doing good.
So it's your fault.
Yeah, it's definitely my fault.
I'll take that. That's a lot easier on my soul. Trying to find here. I didn't think it was this early. Maybe it has.
It was really early, dude. It used to be one of the most popular episodes.
Used to be.
Used to be.
Then female wrestlers came along and you got your ass kicked. It was 2 years ago.
What do I have to wear? I've started wearing crazy stuff just to get like anything over. This shirt says it's Goon o'clock. Hopefully that gets us views and it has cats on it. Thanks, Em. My girlfriend got me this.
Is goon means jerking off now, right? That's the new kid term of beating your meat. Goonin, is that what that means?
No comment. It's whatever you want it to mean.
I don't know what it means.
I don't know what it means either.
I don't know the new hip lingo.
I don't know either. I don't know what that even is.
Yeah. I'm used to like you call someone a goon. It's like, oh, okay, he's a dumb meathead who likes to fight. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
But now it means maybe something completely different. Who knows?
But
speaking of wearing weird outfits, can we talk about some of your Twitch streams real quick?
Sure.
Not a Twitch stream, but Billy. So I have been known to do inappropriate Omegle streams in my Discord. And then Billy started doing it in his Discord, where he'll go on these Omegles, and you wear like maid outfits and stuff.
Yeah.
And then you act like you're not wearing anything crazy. Like I got super drunk and stoned, shocker, and I would join his Discord, and I was just like in practical Joker style in his head, telling him what to do, and just crying laughing because it was just a really fun time.
It was like you and like 7 other people too.
Yeah.
So like let's add that up and how many voices were in my fucking head.
Yeah. Oh, it's hard. I used to do it all the time.
You know what I mean? Like,
my favorite one is when you're like turned around because you have a very tiny little petite body, and you're like you're fixing the green screen, and then they're like, "Hey," and you turn around, you have a big mustache, and like and they're like, "Oh my god!"
Just not what they expected.
Yeah, and you're like, sure. What? Is there something on my face?
Something. I know that my hair.
Is my hair standing up? Yeah. Or no, I was like, you're just when they give you a shocked reaction, like, I know my green screen is bent. It's
dusty. I need to clean it up. That's what I'm doing, man. I'm fixing it right now.
Oh my god, it's so good. I loved it.
Yeah, I haven't done anything really unhinged like that recently. Last time M was down, we did a moonshine stream, and apparently I still have a drinking problem. Like we were doing like group games, and every intermittently we would do my face paint, like Juggalo face paint. So I got really drunk and looked like Shaggy 2 Dope, and it was definitely a time.
Sick. We should do that. We should do like an ABJ stream and like do a watch along for a movie or play video games and just get crossfade or something and just do stupid stuff.
I'll drink, but I'm not gonna. You're just a crazy lightweight. I did drink half of the moonshine by myself.
I've watched Billy sniff a beer one time and get blackout drunk.
Yeah, I threw water on someone.
Billy is a crazy lightweight. Like he goes, like he's hammered. He's hammered off the smell. He can't even walk by the Yingling Brewery without getting these thrown up by the end of the block. He's hammered.
It's unfair. I wanna sign a petition to have it moved to anywhere else.
To anywhere else. Well, first off, no. I'm not sponsored yet, but I'm working on it. Yeah. Billy went to what drag show did you go to? I'm reading the chat here.
They had it at Pilger. They did the drag
bingo. The bingo. Yeah, we missed that.
That oh my god, it was so much fun. It was awesome.
Drag shows are the fucking best. If you like going to drag shows, we'll take you to some. We go to a few every now and then.
It was my first one, and I genuinely had a great time. But I was also like, "Is this okay?" Like every time that like M gave me $1, I would look at her like, "Is this okay?"
Like, how does this work?
Yeah, like
does this mean we have sex now?
The one the one queen like pulled their like strap over and like made me put it in this strap. The other one had like long ass nails, and they came over and they're like, "Can I have a fry?" And they like stole a fry and they ate it with their fingernail.
So much fun.
So funny.
I honestly, the drag queen podcasts were really fun. I really miss doing drag queen podcasts. I definitely want to bring that back.
Yes, for sure.
Yeah.
I mean,
Miss Misfit, I believe, still runs shows in the Harrisburg area, and they are amazing. I'm a big Miss Misfit fan, and yeah, we'll definitely go out and support them.
It's such a cool art form for sure.
It is. It's so pro wrestling. It's like it's funny to me.
It is 100%.
Yeah, the
only thing that they really need is to like have a promo where they're like, "I'm gonna dance better than you, bitch. I'm gonna," you know what I mean? That's all they need. That's all they need.
I might pitch that. I think we'll have we're gonna brainstorm it here. I'm gonna run it through you in your chat in the chat here. But I think we should do I'll pitch it to Miss Misfit and be like, hey, pro wrestling drag stream, a drag show. All the music is pro wrestling music, right? So like you come out and like do a sexy dance like or DX suck it. Could you imagine a drag queen? That'd be great. But before every like performance, they have to cut a promo.
Yes.
Like you ain't shit. Like I'd be, oh my God, I would pass away if I had to, if I watched.
With cutting promos would be like the greatest thing in the world.
Yeah, that should be an
like,
element.
They don't
to
even
drag
fight.
show.
They don't even fight. It's just
no, they just dance it out.
They just
dance it out. Yeah. Oh my God, how are there not promos and drag queens?
I think we just created something that
promos and drag race.
Yeah.
Like that has to be an element. So like when you watch it on TV, the best part is when they're backstage and they're not performing and they're being catty and talking shit to each other. So the promo aspect is in drag shows and in drag show on TV, but I feel like that should be something you do in front of a live crowd. Like you should insult or really like your opponent and be like, I like you, but I
like the way
I'm gonna have to dance. I'm gonna have to dance better than you.
I'm gonna have to dance a grave around you.
Oh yeah, it's so good. Yeah, they did do an episode of like a wrestling episode on RuPaul. I remember watching that, and I remember, oh my God, Lily showed me the episode of RuPaul's Drag Race where they had pro wrestling on, and I'm watching it and I go, oh, this is very problematic. And she goes, why? And I go, because the guy who's training the drag queens how to pro wrestle is canceled. Like, bad.
Oh no,
it was Joey Ryan.
Oh geez,
the guy who used to like make people touch his ween.
Oh yeah, no, that's not a good look.
He was the one. He was the one coaching. He wasn't in that character, but he was the one coaching them on the episode. And I was like, oh man, that's like having Chris Benoit as your coach. You know what I mean? For people who are watching who don't know, Chris Benoit murdered his whole family and himself. So it's not a great pro wrestling story. But yeah,
like
but this guy,
family therapist, truthfully.
Yeah.
Jesus Christ. I'm canceled. Anytime I come on your podcast, it's just another check mark and reasons he shouldn't be around.
Honestly, I am this person everywhere I go and at all times. This is just who I am. I don't like I mean, well, I don't actually mean to hurt people's feelings, but it's just my humor. I combat my depression and anxiety with dark humor. But I had a guy tell me, he goes, if this is how you are all the time, I can't even imagine you in a podcast. So I'm gonna subscribe. It's like, so I'm giving people what they want. You know what I mean?
That's awesome, dude. No, I get that. I totally understand from a musician's perspective and now like how you have to be a online personality in order to do anything. Because like realistically, like I'm not shit. I know it looks like I have a big fucking thing going, because if you go to my Instagram, it's like 15,000 or 1,500 followers. I wish I had 1,500 followers. You know, my posts hit like 50 to 100 likes and stuff like that. But it's like that stuff doesn't translate to actual foot traffic within your like developmental space.
Yeah.
And you have to defend yourself a lot in this climate. And so that's why I make it a point to tell a lot of people, I'm like, you know, I want a safe world for sure, but I don't want any sensitive world. I don't care who you are, what you do, or what you believe in, but like, as long as you're not hurting anyone and your goals are to make the world better for everyone else, and you can just give your care up for, you know, first of all, for yourself is foremost is the most important thing, but it takes a lot to take care of others, and that shows a lot more character than anything, I think.
Totally.
And it might sound stupid, but there's been so many times where like I had a show booked and I either mentally couldn't get there, or you know what I mean, and I wasn't feeling it, and I was like, if I do this show, it's going to be miserable and I'm not going to be happy, or I was sick. So I would message numerous artists that have already given me opportunities, and I'd be like, hey, come do this, you know. And the only way, a lot of people shit on like the music scene in this area, and the only way for a scene to exist in a world that we have now is to actually build each other up, rather than to be like, I want this show, I want that show. Not that I know anybody that's like that, but I've definitely seen like
I do have a critique though when it comes to local music scene. I remember when I first got into this content space 8-9 years ago, the music scene was a huge chunk of it. I interviewed a lot of the local people in this area, you yourself included, the old interviews with everyday people. But I also remember days where if a band was playing on a Friday night at Goodfellas, or if they were at a local bar, a lot of the other bands showed up and supported that band.
Mm-hmm.
I think we have a lot of people who play it. Like Pilgrim is our spot right now. That's essentially where that's where the music is. That's where I go and watch probably the most live music. But
it's also one of 3 places in this area,
which makes my point even worse. When I say what I'm about to say, because we'll have a show and it's an outside person, or it's someone who is not from the area who is being brought in to maybe help uplift our music scene and bring more eyes and bring more attention, and not one local musician shows up to that person's show. It's like if I'm not booked, I'm not showing up. And I think that mentality isn't going to help this local scene at all.
Dude, I think that's not a huge reason why, because my huge reason has always been to support my friends. When I have the money to do so, I always go out and I go see anyone. And if I've already seen someone a million times, like I'll go see someone else. Like that's just how it is. Literally, like last night, Precious, not to break kayfabe, we've been friends for a long time, and he hit me up and sent me, the flyer and everything. He's like, "This is gonna be my first ladder match. I would love for you to be there and see it." And I'm like, "Dude, I've wanted to come out since you started, doing this shit. I just had a lot of ups and downs and stuff." It does say Goon. It's Goon o'clock, baby.
Goon o'clock.
And so, I was like, "Oh, it's $20. All right, I'll go do that. I should be getting paid this week, whatever." And then turned out like Andy Header was wrestling that night. The only thing I saw on the flyer was just the ladder match, so I didn't know who all was there. And then Andy Header came out. I was like, "Oh, this is sick." And then Tony's music hits, and I'm like, "That sounds familiar." And then like he comes out, and he was like, "Dude, I didn't know you were gonna be here." Like neither of them knew, and I'm like, "Well, the only person that told me was Precious." Like that's kind of on you guys.
Yeah.
But no, and me and Andy Header talked about it too, because he'll be like, "Man, I shared it a lot. I don't know how you wouldn't have seen it." You know what I mean? And I'm like, the algorithm hates us. That's just how it is.
I shared a lot too, but I'm not a wrestler, so people don't come to the shows for me.
Dude, no, I don't even see your posts specifically. Like I don't know anything that you've been up to.
Because your timeline's probably flooded with big booby goth girls. You know what I mean?
That too. But the only time I see it is when you send me stuff on Snapchat. And gotcha. I'm like, that's the go-to.
Honestly, that's why I use Snapchat as much as I do, and I quick add random people, because you never know. You never fucking know. Like for a while there, I was getting like 100,000 views per post on Instagram.
Wow.
Like crazy numbers. They didn't translate to any other platform, but people were looking at stuff.
So that's the thing though, is like, so now I've been going out to shows, places that I've never been to before. One specifically is Union Vapors, which is in Scranton, which is way out of our area. It's like an hour, 20 minutes away.
They sponsored a wrestling show that I worked at one time.
Oh, really? Oh, yeah. The
New Era show, and it was in the Scranton Mall.
Oh, what? That's rad.
Yeah, they were the sponsors of the show.
They were really cool though. Ken's really nice, and literally everyone that works there. They have the nicest sound system I've ever seen in a vape shop.
Nice.
Yeah, it's awesome. But like I would go out and see bands that I've never seen before, never heard of, and just be like, "Hey, I'm a musician too, so I want to like check everyone out." And through that, I think my hope is that they would then come out in turn for my shows, or at least watch my streams, or what I mean, like, and support. So it's rare, but it does happen that a band isn't too focused on themselves, that they share the people that are also lifting them up as well.
Yeah.
So.
Well, I mean, I called you the one day, like, "Hey man, there's a show down in Pilgrim, and this guy came all the way from fucking like Virginia, and no one's here. Can you, if you're not busy, can you just come down and fucking hang out with me and support this guy?" And we literally sat and just sang at him the whole time, because he played everything we like. And then that became a relationship, and now you guys tour together and hang out and do stuff. Like that's what it's about.
Dude, Brad is so cool. We talk to each other. I literally just talked to him before doing this episode, and I was like, "Hey, I'm doing this podcast with Tony. I know that you did the 5, questions. Maybe, you know what I mean? Like, I just sent him like in a mass message thing. He's like, "Send me the fucking link, fucker." And that's why I was like, "Do you have a link?"
Oh,
I could send to him.
yeah, he's great. I love him to
He's so
death.
cool, and he's so chill, and he does a lot of covers that not a lot of people do, and in so many different spaces too. I remember the last show we just did was the barn at the River Run Inn,
Okay.
and it was me, Brad, Junk Punk, Bobby Crumb from Coal State, which was a band.
It's a good name, Bobby Crumb.
And let's see, Timmy. I don't know how I almost forgot Timmy. Like I've
Some
played
other guy
shows
was
with him
there.
ever. Yeah, some other guy.
He was outside chain smoking cigarettes and yelling at kids for driving their bikes on the sidewalk.
Yeah. But yeah, and me and Brad were just talking like, man, this is, and that's all he does. All he does is play shows. That's how he makes his money. And I'm like, you're crazy. Like you're living the punk lifestyle. So in turn, you did you tell him, or did I tell him that I played with handguns for a little bit, something like, I must have told him because he was like, what do you do? And I was like, I've toured in this band. And he was like, dude, I like that band. I've listened to them. Right. And then a week ago, Handgun's current tour manager messaged me and they were like, hey, do you have any shows like that you can help us book for this area, or do you know anyone in these specific places? And I was like, message this guy. And then it was Brad. I was like, message Brad, and freaking, so I hit him up after. I was like, hey man, hope they got back to you, or hope they messaged you. He's like, yeah, they did, dude. We got this show and that. And he was like, I'm really grateful for that. So like for me, I think it's important that I just like realize who's a real musician, who's a real person, and kind of scrape off the mold of people just trying to step on heads to get up and like buy fucking views and buy listens and all that bullshit, and you're not gonna get anywhere.
Why is it a thing in the music world where like, hey, me, Brad, and Timmy are good buddies, but we're not like, we all play the same instrument, we all do the same thing, so like we can't collaborate, we can't do bands, we could tour together, but that's pretty much like that. I feel like the idea of this, like, hey, maybe we should like write a song together, let's do like a song, like one song you put on your album, I put on my album. Like, why isn't that a thing more in other music? Like, it happens a lot more on hip-hop and R&B, where like a hip-hop guy will go to an R&B song or vice versa, and they'll lay a verse down, and then people are like, oh, I listen to this artist all the time, and this person came on as a collaborator artist, I want to listen to more of their stuff. That doesn't really happen in the rock punk scene.
I would agree, but I think more so this year, and inherently, like Spirit Box did a lot of feature, like everything this year specifically. Maybe it's just people catching on. Silverstein just put out a new album, and there's at least 4 features. A lot of punk bands put out like Free Throw just re-released an album that has a lot of features on old songs, which is like, shout out Free Throw, Corey, the homies. But yeah, a lot of artists this year specifically are doing collabs, I think primarily because of the TikTok and Instagram trends, and they're like, hey, if you work with this person, Amy Lee, Poppy, and I think it's the girl from Spirit Box just did like a three artist cover.
I listened to that. Lily made me listen to it. It was really cool.
Yeah. So it's like, I don't think it's ever not been a thing. I think it's been less likely, but I think the hardest part is finding people that you can write and collaborate with in your style of music.
But isn't that the challenge though, to find people that maybe are not in your style, like, and challenge yourself?
No, for sure. But I think you also have to have your heart in what you're doing. I don't think a lot of, like, not that me and Timmy or Brad wouldn't do that. I think it's more so like time constraints for us. I mean, like, I know I have a lot of time, but in reality, that time is spent me focusing on
or even just like shit. I don't know how this works from a content standpoint, because I'm not up to like copyright laws or how it works, but just like, I show up one day and you guys are all hanging out and you just play like a jam session. Like maybe, because me and Brad both like this emo band, we're going to cover it, and I'll just have someone film it and then put it online. Like that like that is how you blow up. Like,
lately I've been doing that a lot at the end of shows when I have time and I don't have to go home right away. It started in Philly. I played a show with Black Cowboy, Cheap City Forever, and this artist that goes by SB. And after we played the show, it was like 11 o'clock at night, but I was like, me and SB just really got along. We had a lot of the same interests musically and stuff like that. And we were talking about the band Say Anything. So we did an impromptu cover of a Say Anything song in like this laundromat parking lot right next to the venue. And that's up on my Instagram and stuff too.
That's awesome.
So, but I've been trying to recapture that, but I want it to be genuine. You know, I don't want to go up to someone and just because we played a show together, like, hey man, I know that like blah, 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 like you want to do this or whatever. So I just want it to be more of a genuine interaction than being like, I do this at everything, you know?
Yeah.
So,
you know, what would be a cool move? Can I pitch an idea to you, Billy? I think you're talented enough to pull this off. So like Brad or Tim, you tour with them a lot, right? I think it'd be a cool nod if like, hey, I'm gonna go play with Johnny Crumb. I don't know. It was just a fun name you said earlier. I thought it was funny. Bobby Crumb. Johnny Bobby. But I just remember Crumb because it was from a Nickelodeon TV show.
Yeah.
But like you listen to one of his songs and learn it, but don't tell him. And then the day of the show, be like, hey, when you play that song, can I come join you? And like almost shock him that you took the time out to learn his thing and figure out what he's doing and then do that collaboration. And I think like that's like a great way to like for his followers to be like, oh, Billy's actually a fan of his music. They're not just working together because they're trying to do like he generally cares about him. Like I think that's a cool nod to your fellow musician of like, hey man, I took time out to learn your chords and stuff, and I'd like to perform that with you if you're cool with it.
No,
like you know, I think that's a cool like when you're on a stage and two bands are collaborating or they're doing a tour together and the one comes out and plays a song with the other. Yeah, it's a genuine genuine music feeling of like, holy shit, they actually like each other. This is not just a business agreement. You know what I mean? Like
100%. No, I agree with that for sure. And it's something that I've thought about. It's just kind of hard because a lot of artists in our area specifically like change up how they play their songs. A lot of us do. You know what I mean? Like some days we're having a rough day, so we're like, oh, I'm gonna play it in this key instead. But no, I definitely think I have the full confidence that like improvisation is a big thing. And I mean, you've seen me play with Mikey before, who's the guy that accompanies me on sax.
Oh, he's
Michael
amazing.
Barricado.
He can play and he can literally
play any instrument. He plays with Timmy. He plays with any band that is on the bill of that day. He will ask to play with any instrument.
You know what the best part about him was? So he came to an open mic, and Eddie, your uncle, walks up to me and goes, "This guy's fucking amazing." And I go, "What?" And he goes, you think I'm a pretty good musician, right? And I go, "I think you're one of the best." He goes, "That guy kicks my ass." And I was like, "No way." And he's like, "Yeah." And if Eddie says like, "Watch this, like pay attention," I immediately go, I respect his his take that he's gonna like. That's what I would like to be in the world of entertainment or my content of like, I've earned the respect that like, hey, if I like this movie or here's why I like this movie, you respect it, or you're like, okay, I understand where he came from, or like, oh, a wrestler, I should definitely go check this out, or a musician, check him out. Like, because not only I think it's important because sometimes you're like, I really like this artist, and you find out they're like dirtballs, and you're like, shit, that hurts. You know what I mean? I promise you, if I'm putting you onto a person on my podcast, I'm making sure they're not a dirtball. Like now, I mean, listen, I have some past episodes that can maybe say the difference, but like last night backstage, or even like in general, I feel like I'm treating anything I work with or people I work with like jail. Like you walk up to me, I'm like, yo, show me your papers. Like I need to learn about you. I want to know who. I need to see who you're following. I need to see who you voted for. I want to know what religion you're in. Why are you here? I need 10 references from previous girlfriends. Like I'm not playing anymore. Like I'm not associating myself with dirtballs. You know what I mean? Not doing it. Run your papers. I need your papers.
No, and it's hard to. Obviously, I'm not going to touch on like political shit because it's a war right now. And I think the last thing I need to do is stoke a fire of something that doesn't even fucking pertain to my existence. You know what I mean? And, you know, we're in a world. Yeah.
I'm an ally, brother. I'll fight.
Yeah, dude. And fucking, yeah, my perspective on it is like, I don't try to go too in depth with people, but if I see something, I'm obviously going to say something and be like, yo, what you did, like, I don't agree with in this manner. And, you know, that's just how it is. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
But
I try not to get too caught up in two of the trends, but like also when the trends happen, I feel like somebody with, maybe I'm being egotistic when I say this, but like, I feel like my take can matter. Like, oh, listen, I don't think you should condone this, but also to do this is probably not the best thing either. You know what I mean?
Right, yeah.
At the end of the day, let's not play into the system.
Well, the thing is too, and I know that we're vaguely talking about the same situation, but
So if you're listening to this, it is September the 14th, and this is
and it
not too far
3
after
days
the
ago.
assassination or murder of a content creator. Like, as even a content creator, man, that changes the game for people like us too. We're like a couple weeks before this podcast, a professional MMA fighter got in the ring and almost killed a pro wrestler. You know what I mean? And then a couple weeks later, a content creator is shot and killed at a college campus. That's my two industries that are now looked at differently, and like you're tiptoeing on stuff. You know what I mean?
Scary,
like,
the world is scary right now.
Because someone could be like, "Yo, this stupid podcaster isn't a part of my thing, and he's in my local town." Like, anything like that.
It turns what you're doing into a political agenda of any kind, and it's kind of bullshit. Because the way that I see it is like fucking. If you're not inherently trying to harm people, then you don't even have to be a good person. You know what I mean? Like you could be a dirtball and exist, but like being a good person just is easier on my conscience to keep you around.
Yeah, totally.
But differing opinions is totally fine as long as your opinions aren't, oh, I think the X should happen to you know what I mean? Either.
Yeah, maybe shut the fuck up on those. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
I don't care what book you read. Keep it to yourself.
Exactly.
Yeah.
But
my book,
it is crazy though, in a world where like you not only as are a person, but you're an influencer now, even if you're not a podcaster, you can just post on Facebook and everyone's like, well, your opinion is 1,000 times louder than everyone else's. For what reason? You know what I mean? Like just shit like that. And it's like, I've had no voice for a long time because I just sat right in the middle, and now I'm at the point where I'm like, actually this is affecting people that matter to me. I should probably actually do some shit. So like it lies within myself too. I shouldn't have been dormant for years. But I'm 26 and I'm still trying to figure out my fucking life. So get over it.
You're not, dude. I'm almost 40 and I'm still fucking guessing. You know what I mean? No one really knows what the fuck we're doing. Like our grandfathers probably were like fucking in their 60s and 70s or whatever, and me and like I just wake up, man, and I figure it out. You know what I mean?
Like I feel like people don't realize how much time matters in that sense because back in the day. So who are your dream collabs though? Yeah, great segue. This is where I was going. My grandfather, he passed away when I was young. No. I don't know. As far as dream collabs go, because this is a good way to get off of this topic. And I like it. Definitely Bayside, definitely Smoking Popes. Definitely if like Fat Mike from NoFX wanted to do something, I would so do it, even though he's a controversial individual as well. Yeah, basically any artist that has inspired me, I would love to collaborate with.
Is there a local person that you want to collaborate with?
Yeah, fucking everyone, dude. Literally every artist that I've ever played with. I would love to be on a Churches and Trains song. I would love to be on a Yell at God song or and it's funny too because they had put out a whole thing where you could be on one of their tracks, and I just wasn't home at the time, so I couldn't even record it. But like as far as actually like sitting down and writing a song together, I would love to write with Timmy. I would love to write with Mikey because everything that we play is just stuff that I've written, and he's just collaborating with me.
Ad-libbing.
Yeah. I'm playing a show this week, the 19th. So yeah, I think it's this week coming up.
19th. Friday.
Yeah. So this Friday I'm playing in Lancaster at the DLZ house, and it's an Ask a Punk event. Keep your house shows alive, love them. Because we create safe environments for everyone to exist in, which is awesome, and it's fucking rad.
If we can't get tickets to Dracula in St. Clair, we'll come out.
Yeah, dude. I mean, it's a bit of a drive, but
I kind of rather that. I feel like we've been in this same area for a while. I need to get out and stretch my legs.
You should. I think you would enjoy it. I think you would have a great time.
I'm also trying to support the local. Like, if I'm not going to your show on Friday, I'm going to support like local theater. Like, I'm trying and I want to go to more Majestic shows. I want to. I'm trying to get myself out there more and do stuff. Yeah,
100%. But so this DLZ house is like a big deal in the indie space, indie sphere, whatever you want to call it. and it's hard to get in. But actually, my buddy Justin, he is the person that booked this show because I've wanted this a long time. So, launch conference was in March this year, which was like the first big event that I've ever played. Which like launch conference includes like 30 or 15 different venues all around that general area in Lancaster, breweries, the hotel, like restaurants of artists just playing everywhere. And when I looked at my flyer for my date, I saw Justin, and I was like, huh, that name, like all the names stuck out. It was like Bright Kelly, Justin. There was Alex Brubaker, I think, was on there, and there was another artist, and I'm so sorry that I don't remember your name, but I try really hard to.
Dead to me. You're dead to me.
Yeah, you're dead to me. They'll never play with me again.
Yeah.
But anyway, I looked them all up, and I've hit up Bright Kelly a couple times too, but Justin specifically, I really liked his voice. I even bought his tape that he was selling at the one show that we played together. So this is his tape, Bowl by Justin Adams. It's so good. He goes by Justin Ace on Instagram, I believe. And his song Latchkey is just like the catchiest shit that I've ever heard. At first, I really like TV Lines, which is the second song. And then the third song is Keep Dreamin' Kid. And now it's just like, it was a toss up between Keep Dreamin' and Latchkey, but I think Latchkey is definitely my favorite. So like I looked him up prior to my show, and I was like, this guy is the guy. I like his style. I like what he's doing. Like, I want to work with this guy. So that's a dream collab for sure. And I hit him up, and I was like, yo, we should play together. And then I went on Spotify, and I was just listening to like our blend, like what comes up when you listen to the Converse Kid and Justin's music. And this dude, Dan Rogers, showed up. He goes by Rand Dodgers. It's kind of funny. But he plays in a ton of bands in like the Phoenixville area. And his voice is just phenomenal, and his like musicianship is amazing.
Who's the guy I sent you a while ago that does all the Blink-182 covers, and he'll do like
the like country things?
Yeah, he'll do like this song by Blink-182 or like this song. I feel like him and Eddie would be a fucking monster duo.
For sure. I mean, they almost look the same too.
I know, they look like the same human, but I think musicianly and like personality wise, I think they would be really fun. They would be a fun collaboration.
Yeah.
Just insert him into the Collins family and nobody would ever know.
Oh,
you know what I mean?
Yeah. Fuck yeah, dude. But that's what's crazy about it. So that's our music tastes were similar, our interests were similar, you know, and personality wise, I think we all fall within the same category. And I just asked him, I was like, can we play a show together? And then leave it up to Justin to be the one who was able to book a show where the other two were free. And so now we're playing. Yeah. So
what time are you getting out there on Friday? Like, what time are you leaving?
I don't know, because I need to relook at the doors and stuff like that. But I could definitely, after this, I could send you and give you the.
I don't get out of work till like 4:30, so gotcha. I don't know if you'll be gone. You'll be way gone by then.
Maybe
Lancaster's like a 45-minute hour drive, if that.
It's like an hour for me.
I don't know what time the show starts.
Yeah. I'm not
but if you're still home before, I mean, I'll ride up with you and like I'll vlog it. I'll do a vlog episode where me and you go on the road and you go perform, and I'll just sit around the venue and just take it in and record stuff, and we'll make a vlog out of it.
We can do.
So if you don't leave by 4:30, I'll jump in with you and go.
So that'd be rad. I think that'd be super cool, and it would be an interesting. The only thing is, it's not a like put the address out there thing. So there's definitely, you know what I mean. We'll have to do it like undercover, but it'd be like a really cool vlog and an idea.
I'm not gonna dox people. I'll just take like people on stage or crowd moments. Like I'm not gonna like.
No, I'm really
pulling into the house.
It's really to me because like Apes of the State is like one of the bigger names in the folk punk industry, and they've played this venue, and then like they're playing within the same week, so they shared it. So like it's really cool to me that like, oh my god, this like big band is what I view as a big band. What my friends have told me is like the band has shared this thing that I'm doing with like two guys that I've always wanted to play a show with, and
that's
like.
Sick.
And the Birdist is playing, who's another talented artist I didn't know about until this show is booked. And I haven't listened to them that much, so I can't like be like, you know. Oh,
I thought Todd Bird started a new project and it was called The Birdist.
No, different guy, or different person. I don't know. But I don't know.
Tom should join the project. What makes you qualified? I hold a guitar and my last name is Bird.
That's rad as fuck.
You're the
But yeah,
birdiest
so
of the bird.
I'm super stoked about that show. Anyone that's listening should totally come out to that. It's gonna be a great time.
If you know the address and all
if
that.
you know
fun
the
stuff.
address, if you DM them, and if you're a cool person, you could totally get the address for sure.
Yeah.
Probably.
We're gonna run your papers. We're gonna see.
Yeah.
We're gonna check your internet search history. We have to check what videos you're watching on YouTube. It's a whole process, but we'll make sure and make. No, I'm not involved. I don't listen to me. I'm just being funny. But no, and maybe who knows? Keep an eye on the channel, and maybe we'll do a vlog of the experience.
Yeah.
Yeah.
100%.
So since we've talked, have you had any setbacks or adversities that you had to overcome?
Yeah.
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 I don't know what you want to talk about, but
Yeah, a lot.
you just want me to tell you what you went through for the
No.
Okay.
I went through a rough patch and a breakup and a total downward spiral. I went on tour and then I came home and completely forgot like who I was, is the best way to put it. I felt like I was in a state of like I just wasn't around. Like I existed, but I wasn't here. And so I just kind of lost myself, and I had a really good job, and I loved my crew that I worked with and everything, and they're still like awesome people. I'm gonna try to go to a Halloween party that one of them's hosting. It's like, so nothing on them, but I literally like, I remember
you should go in your old work uniform
for the Halloween thing, dude. No, they would lose their shit. I think it'd be funny, but I think they'd probably be like, leave. No, a lot of them have asked for me to come back, but I just can't. I just in my history, I'm not able to do that. But yeah, so I remember I woke up one day and I just wasn't here. My boss called my mom and was like, "Hey, where's Billy? Like, why isn't he at work today?" And she came into my room and she's like, "Are you going to work? What's going on?" And keep in mind, like that year, I like lost my closest friend, my cat that I loved for a long time, and had to like go through that whole trauma. My relationship at the time was constantly like, "Oh, we're off now, we're on again, now we're off again." Like it was like a whole fucking mess, and I just didn't know who I was anymore, and I just kind of gave up. And I started just like, I went to work every day, came home, slept, went to work every day, came home, slept, had no...
The worst. That spiral as a creative person is the worst. Like you feel like you're becoming human.
Not even human anymore. I feel like I'm becoming...
But no, that's what I feel like the rest of the world is like I go to work, I come home, I sleep, or I come home, I eat, I sleep, I go to work. You know what I mean? Like that rinse and repeat. Like I couldn't imagine. I do that. I was telling Lily, like I come home and it's like, all right, I got to figure out a way to create something or play or interview or watch something so I can talk about it later. Like it just... When that goes away and you go into like that mode, it's tough to dig out of.
And it was that right after achieving one of the biggest goals in my life, which was playing the Venue Chain Reaction. And I was able to do that through the Dudes and Handguns. That like they brought me on my first ever tour. They helped me with so much in my musical career, as far as like booking shows and just learning my own worth and that I'm a talented musician and artist, and obviously there's been ups and downs with that too, of us like button heads or whatever. But I'll always say it, like Jake is crazy, but I love him for everything that he's done for me, and he's still like a big brother to me as always.
Jake's great.
he's a great crazy man.
Oh, he's nuts. I love him.
But the Handguns did a lot for me for sure, but then it also helped me forge my own path. And when I came home from this tour, that like fucking I played so many cool spaces. Yeah.
Like I don't talk to him ever. Like we just don't talk. And then I'll just get like a random message and he'll be like, just say something, and it's like so out of left field, and I'll be like, all right, man. But he messaged me. He messaged me after my car accident.
Oh, really?
And he was like, yeah. And he was like, if that car's total, I'll take the parts. I need them. I was just like, I'll let you know. I'll keep you in the loop. I was like, I'm good. I'm in. You know what I mean? Like, it was just funny.
That's great. I'll let you. I'll get back to you on that. You want after? I'll let you know what's if I have a kidney.
That's such a Jake story.
That's pretty fucking amazing. But he's like,
is the front bumper good? I need that front bumper.
I love Jake. He's ridiculous. But like, no, I get it. And so that was the whole thing though, right? Like I went out and I did that and I had this, amazing, weird transitional period that as soon as I came home and I realized like, oh, that's gone until it happens again. I just felt miserable. And I was like, why can't I make it happen for myself? Why can't I do that? And there was definitely so many times where, Jake had even hit me up, or even you had told me, or Timmy was like, you could go and just do that. Like you could just go and play. Like you're more than talented enough to play a cover set too if you need to make money. Like why not do that? And I don't know. That's always been like the internal battle, is like battling whether or not I want to be a genuine artist in my mind, which is like writing my own music, or do I want to just hop on the trend for a day of like, and that's not to say that like Brad's on a trend because he does his own thing with it. And I've learned that too, is like, oh no, it's just, this is what I need to do to sustain for the thing that I want to do. And that was a hard build, but so my brain completely shut off. I never went back to work. I didn't get like fired, but I didn't quit. It was a whole fucking thing. And then I was out of a job for like 8 months, and I was looking and I was applying every day for 8 months. And it got to the point where like, I would talk to my stepdad or my grandfather or my dad or whoever, my mom, just everyone being like, I don't know what I'm doing wrong. I have all these qualifications. And I think it's just the longer I was without a job, the less people wanted me.
Yeah.
And luckily, I recently got in with a really good group of people that like, they're so chill and it's such a laid back job. And I remember asking my boss, I was like, hey, do you mind if I like bring my guitar and like, can I jam when I'm waiting for customers to come in? And he's like, yeah, dude, do what you want. I was like, oh, okay. He's like, as long as you do your job, I don't care. Like just do what you need to do. So it took a long time. It took so many months, one, to get over a breakup, get over losing stability within my life, and figuring all that shit out. So now I'm like on the come up, hopefully, but I still have days where I struggle and I'm like, man, I just don't even know if it's worth it, but like I'll keep pushing through.
You've been lower than you are right now, and lower is not better than where you are, so there's no other thing you could do but go up. But you have to want to go up. If you want to stay in misery, you're going to stay in misery.
And that goes back to like,
you got to pull yourself up by your bootstraps, you stupid lib.
Holy shit. That goes back to what I was saying, of going out to shows, seeing, Precious and you and whoever bands are playing, stuff like that. It goes back to that whole thing, because when I'm in that social mindset, like I don't feel as anxious, and I'll want to play more and I'll want to do more. So like I've been trying really, really fucking hard to make something of myself, whether it be doing this. And I help out Goblin City now too with their like social media stuff, because that's what they've needed for a long time. Like me and Timmy will be like, Bob, we love the band, but you need to post more. You need to be more socially active. And they're just not that group of people. So I literally went to Bob and I was like, I will manage it for you if you just let me.
Also, it's your fault that I've been tagging the band. Actually, it's Bob's page. I don't know if the band actually has a page, but I've been tagging Bob because I made like 3 months worth of content where I was doing these videos, and every video I'm wearing a Goblin City t-shirt.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
Oh, shit. No, yeah, so I just started. I just started last month. Yeah,
it was all last month. Are you serious? I was tagging, all over Instagram. I was tagging Bob.
I didn't get anything. No, there's a Goblin City page though. If you're tagging Bob, then I don't know. But there's a
I was tagging Bob because I didn't know it was a Goblin City. So I'll go back and re-tag him, and then
I'll post.
I think Bob liked them. He was like, cool, like. I was like, thanks, Bob.
Dude, and he doesn't like. So right now, I just do that. I just manage that social media, make content for them and stuff like that, and that's been helping my brain work and figure out what'll work for me. You know what I mean? So
yeah.
It's nice to see that actual like individual growth, and it sucks because you can't flood that market of social media. The more you post, the less likely people will fucking see it, but the less you post, the less likely people will see it. So you have to be right in that zone from 3 to 6 p.m. of posting 3 posts, and then throughout the day just on your story sharing that shit. And it's such a different science too. And it depends on the content. So you with the wrestling thing could be a completely different fucking spectrum. But I've learned
the way I post isn't working, obviously, because I post every day, like 3 times a day, but it is what it is.
It's just a timing thing. It's the timing.
And my timing is what I have available when I'm trying to do a 40-hour week job and I can't have my phone on me.
Well, I just learned yesterday that you can schedule Instagram posts. I didn't know.
Yeah, but I post on 15 different social media things at once.
That's true. You're doing something different than me. That's a different thing.
You're just focusing on one platform. I'm casting my net to like everywhere.
That's fair.
And I've been doing it every day for fucking years.
I know. But have you tried to just cut that out? Like cut out like a platform?
I did, and then I'm just like I'm like, well, what if? Why I get the Gary V. Why wouldn't you fucking take Instagram? It takes 2 fucking more seconds. You know what I mean? I'm like, all right, Gary V, I'll fucking post. You know what I mean? Like,
holy shit. No, I'm gonna
go to yard sales. You want to go to yard sales? I'm gonna fucking Gary V told me.
That's so funny.
Yeah, I love him. He's a great content creator, and he does make sense. But it's the whole thing. But yeah, so you went through, like you said, me and you kind of went through the same shit around the same time, and like kind of went through it. And even though we were both struggling, I felt like we were pretty good about keeping tabs on each other, which I do appreciate. I love you to death. You are like another little brother. You and Precious are like my little brothers who are not my little brothers.
You're the reason that I met him.
Yeah,
like the way that I did, like in depth, the way that I did, because I've always known him for a long time.
Like, you know how often that has been a thing for me for the past 9 years with music, with wrestling, with just people in general, of just because I meet so many people and I'm like, you and you would be cool together. You know what I mean? Like,
it's so funny though, because we have like a different background but same origin story, I guess is the way to put it. And I was just like, we were talking about that last night. I gave him a hug. First of all, Precious won the ladder match, just to spoil that for anyone, and he fucking deserves it because he's been working a long time and very hard at wrestling and doing his thing. But but
now he's just gonna hand it over to JS Hawthorne. So he did it for somebody else.
True, that's fair. But yeah, dude, we literally came to your house to watch a wrestling event, and then after that ended, me and him were just talking in your kitchen until 4 a.m, and then he drove me home. Like, he had a car before me. Yeah,
that's right.
Yeah,
holy fuck,
we weren't even on a podcast episode together. We just came over because there was like a wrestling thing, and there was like me and him and you and like a couple of other people that I don't really remember, but I remember me and Austin. Oh no, broke kayfabe. We talked for like so long in your kitchen for no reason. Neither of us were just tired. We just were like, man, like, I've seen you all around, but like we don't know each other. And then we like, we were like, oh, trauma dump and venting, and we've just always gotten along since then. And we've kept tabs on each other, but like very like briefly, because we're both passionate about the thing that we're doing. And so last night I went out to a show and I was like, hey, like, I'm happy to see where you're at, because
I was so shocked when you walked in. I was doing the meet and greet and I was like, the fuck are you doing here?
Yeah, dude, like I said, as long as someone messages me and reminds me, like, he literally messaged me last night at 10:30. He's like, dude, are you coming tomorrow? What's your plan? Like, do you want to come with me and BP? And I was like, I think I'm just going to ride down on my own. And I was like, I hope he doesn't get the idea that I'm not actually going to show up or something.
If you would have went with BP, it would have been, you probably would have ended up working and not watching the show, because that's always what happens. Nate came to the shows of like, oh, I want to watch wrestling. And then they're like, can you help us with one thing? And now Nate is doing 45 jobs at PPW.
They would not.
He walked up to me at the end of the night and he was like, I'm fucking exhausted. I go, they got you. They fucking got you. They're like, Nate, we need 50 for these. Get that poster, get it to that person, get him to sign it, go help Tony backstage, go grab the gear thing. Like, yo,
I would have, if I was Nate, I would have been like, that's gonna be $75.
Yeah,
Yeah,
you're getting a handshake.
That ain't
like,
me.
No,
bro.
because if you're willing to help, they need everything they can. Like, you know what I mean? But he knows that. We know that he's a good person, but it does suck because you want to help the industry, but then you kind of get to that thing where like, I kind of just want to watch the fucking show. You know what I mean? Like, yeah. Thank you so much, Brandon, for the 1 month membership. Late on the video, but what does Billy exactly do? Just wondering. I don't want to sound rude or anything. I'm just wondering to look him up. So actually, the intro and outro music to every single piece of content I do, Hang Out with ABJ, ABJ Podcast, Not Cool in High School, Truth Behind a Lose. The only one that's not Billy is still a Billy family member. But all of my intro outro music is the Converse Kid, is Billy here. I've known him for such a long time. His entire family is amazing musicians, and yeah, just to kind of recap to get people on the same page. If you're listening to this later on the audio source or are back anywhere else, we are on Apple Podcasts, Google Podcasts, anywhere you find your podcast app. Spotify is actually video and audio, but a 5-star review goes a long way. Thank you guys so much. But also go check out the links below to follow my guest Billy and the Converse Kid, and go support his music. He's also on Spotify and Bandcamp, and I don't want to say I said it like that, Bandcamp, but
all of your publishing. No, I don't get anything. I'm just a homie. I don't get anything.
Listen, Billy knows, I hope he does, that if my shit pops off, his shit pops off. Like, we've kind of made this thing, like, I've done it with a bunch of people. Like, I think I've earned that respect of people that they know that my goal to make for myself is to bring everybody with me. So if I make it, Billy's good. You know what I mean? I will cut the check. I wish I could have cut Billy for making all the intro music back in the day.
Yeah, dude. And like I said before, my whole thing is to lift people up, and we have the same goal, you know? So like that's always been my thing, is like I just want to help out other people, and that sucks sometimes in the music industry because everyone's gonna step on your head. But at least I know in my mind that every person that I've played with, because I'm a genuine human being and I give them my all, and I give them more than the time that is necessary to befriend them or whatever, and I make genuine connections. I know that, like, I've literally had people from, like, bands that I've never seen play before that were friends with artists that I have played with before come up to me and be like, "Oh, you're the Converse Kid? I'm so excited to see you. This person talked about you." And I'm like, "You're from, like, Oregon. You're from, like, Massachusetts. You're from all over." It
blows your mind, right? You're like, "Why?"
Yeah. And it makes me so happy, and I'm like, oh, that like warms my heart. Like, tell them. And then I message them. I'm like, dude, I didn't know you knew this person. Like, that makes me so happy. And then like, I give the heads up to other people when I see that. I'm like, I can't believe these two people are playing together. That's so sick. And then they're stoked to play together because they know who I am, and they know I'm not gonna fucking be like, you know what I mean? Like, I wouldn't hang out with someone that was a piece of shit,
Dude, I had a moment the other day. My cousin Megan, I only see at one point in time, I was only seeing her like twice a year, but I seen her like 3 times in a month. But which was awesome because I miss her. But she came up to me and she's like, "Yeah, I was hanging out with a friend and I met him, and he's from like Reading or Harrisburg or something. And I was talking about podcasts and stuff, and I said that my cousin's a podcaster and he's also in pro wrestling." And he's like, "Who is he?" And she's like, "His name's Anthony." And he goes, "He's ABJ. You're really the ABJ." I've never met or talked to this guy in my entire life. But she was like, my cousin, like, she's like, he was fucking starstruck over you, kind of like freak. I'm like, "Who is it?" And she told me. I was like, "He's never reached out. He's never said a word. He's not even commented on a video." But she was like, he was telling me every episode, your interviews, what you do. He knew your whole Wikipedia page. So you don't know who you're touching as an artist. You don't know who's listening because not everyone's in the comment section. Not everyone's vocal about what they listen to or what they like. Like they keep their media as private as they do their religion and their politics sometimes. And I'm not trying to be funny, but that's a truth. Not everyone in the chat or in the views are you look at your audio plays on Spotify. You couldn't tell who all thousands of those people are. You know what I mean? Like mine's a little tougher because I don't think I've ever broken 1,000 on anything in my life, but it's just like you never, and just even that, I'm like, my most played audio thing, I was telling my Discord the other day, they think I'm up like 10,000 views per episode. I'm like, no, my highest I ever got is 190 plays, 130 plays.
Really?
I'm not getting good numbers anywhere. Like I'm hanging on by a fucking thread. You know what I mean? But I have that mentality, just don't quit. But
I think it's
like
different for music shit. Like, because in music, you could get, and this keeps happening to me for some reason. There's the radio jingles thing. Dude, I tried to make music for a wrestler once and it didn't go as planned. I hope that dude's not mad at me because I never meant to make him mad. And I told him,
I don't think you should give up on that though. I think you should make songs. Yeah, I think you should.
I just think it's an aggressive area sometimes. But
let me mediate for you.
I think I need to get ripped first. Let me get built up.
You need to do some push-ups so you can make music for wrestlers.
I need to be able to look the part before I can
Dude, I'm doing backstage interviews and they're trying to fight me. Last night, I almost got beat up backstage like 3 times. The one guy got in my face. He was like, "I told you to stop fucking talking." And I was like,
I watched
I'm sorry.
Rembrandt. I watched Rembrandt.
That's who
I
almost
think
beat
it
me
was.
up. I almost got beat up by
He took
Rembrandt.
the
He
mic
almost
right
attacked me
into
backstage.
he took the microphone right into BP's chest. He was like trying to talk it. It wasn't working.
He's fucking mean. He's a
I
mean
was
guy.
like, God damn.
Just seeing what he was doing to me backstage. He's like, why don't I start with you? And I said, I'm just an interviewer, bro. If you want to beat people up, do in the ring. What are you gonna do with me? What's that gonna do for you? He's like, oh. And then his guy had to pull him away. You gotta be careful backstage. Jam's gonna kill me because she won Sammy, but thinks that I'm the one booking them. I'm like, I'm not a booker. Do you know how this works? I'm just the interviewer.
Dude, that's so funny. But yeah, no, I would definitely do that.
You know what? Don't make music for them. Fuck the wrestlers.
Shit, what was I saying right before that? I got lost off track.
You need to do push-ups to make music for wrestlers.
No, before that.
Oh, God, I have no idea.
I'm gone. It's gone. But anyway, yeah, I make music.
Yeah. Jingles. You were making jingles.
Yeah, I've done a couple of things here and there, and I did I worked I produced with my grandfather, his podcast. I did a lot of production work on that. I did all the production work on that. But yeah, but don't say shit about Sammy, huh?
I don't even know. Sammy is amazing. She's a gem. I ain't nothing negative at all about Sammy. I didn't steal your hairstyle. I'm sorry. It was just a coincidence.
There it is. Yeah, so I actually do that, but I also released an album on my birthday this year, a full length. So it's 45 minutes of original material, which is the longest I've ever been able to ever been able to release. This was it was a whole birthday present to myself, and I hope people listen to it, but I haven't. Since I put it out, I haven't. That's what we were talking about, the plays thing. That's where it was. Thank you. We circled back somehow. It's easy as a musician to get lumped into random playlists because there's a lot of AI built playlists out there, which is AI sucks, but sometimes it's beneficial when it's used as a fucking tool.
Yeah. Well, that whole tool you said, well, who listens to this and who listens to this and what do people listen in the middle? That's AI.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
The demographic. It's not built by a person going through and being like, oh, this person's at this. You know what I mean? Yeah. The band that goes well with Madden is Dashboard Confession. That's so funny. Thank you. That's actually the third time I've heard someone equate me to Dashboard Confessional. I have yet to actually try to cover one of their songs. But
thank you for the $5 super chat. Appreciate it. I'm gonna drop in the link for people now. If you're watching on YouTube, Twitch, or Facebook, and you want to click now, the link I'm dropping right now into the chat is the link if you would like to go follow Billy on Spotify. Currently, right now, sitting at 861 monthly listeners, and that's super dope. And the newest album out there is Hangover Weekend X Sugar Coated.
Oh, really? That's the top one right now?
That's the latest release.
Oh, that's weird. I wonder why it's doing that. It's probably something I didn't update.
That's not the latest one?
I mean, it is. It's a track off the album. It should be the whole album, but for some reason it's
333 Majestic Sessions. Is that the newest album?
No, it's Hold On to Nothing is the title of the album, which Hangover Weekend is on that album. So I think it's weird that it's just showing up as the single and not the whole fucking.
I don't even see Hold On to Nothing on the album list. On the album, really? It's just all singles. Yeah, single. Wait, EP. The last EP I'm seeing here is, I'm just trying to help you out, is Growth on Spotify.
Oh yeah, because it's an album. Why is it?
Oh wait, hold on. Let me. Albums. It says Nothing to Hold On To and the Teen Angst.
And Teen Angst. Yeah.
Yeah. There's only 2 albums on Spotify.
Yeah. Yeah.
Wait, so the new one's Hold On to Nothing. Oh yeah, I'm an idiot. Yeah. You're holding a whiteboard.
Yeah, it's actually it's a vinyl record. And I just
washed out.
photoshopped it out entirely. So it's I'm holding on to nothing. There's nothing here.
I see what you're doing there. Yeah. I thought maybe it was a really bright flash, and it just no,
that would have made it way easier. That would have made it so much easier.
That would have been the smart thing to do.
Yeah, no, that's the only artwork that I've ever done for myself in that manner. But yeah,
don't hate this take, but I heard Billy gave me Hotel Brooks vibes.
Hotel Brooks.
I don't know. Who
I've never listened to them much. I know that they're a band and stuff. I know that obviously they're a band, but yeah, that's cool. Yeah, I aim for the alternative side of things. I definitely have some heavier songs. I actually took an EP down that had a lot of my heavy like metal riffs and stuff like that. I took it down because the artist for the album artwork is no longer in my life and I don't want to associate with them. So I may have put up those older songs at some point with a new name and figure that all out for sure.
Yeah. Fuck them. Yeah, I don't even know who it is. I'm just talking shit.
No,
so
good.
what has inspired or motivated you to keep pushing forward?
Definitely like my brother, family is most important to me, but he's young. And so I'm like, I feel like, not that my parents are old or anything and hoping that nothing happens to them. But like, if I ever had to take care of my brother for any way, I would want to be successful in some aspect that doesn't, promote throwing away your dreams and slaving away to some stupid corporation that doesn't care about you. Like, I would like to do that, hopefully, but who knows?
Yeah.
That might not happen. For sure. Definitely him.
You actually had a family member who motivated me, and it's crazy because I pull from so many people that I'm not even in the same industry as, but just watching your friends like yourself and everybody else do cool things and chase and get those small milestones or small victories is awesome. But like Eddie going to Birmingham and do the Aussie show, like I was like, bro, like that is the path. Like just be cool, do what you got to do, fucking be a good hang, like. Be like one of the best guitarists I've ever played in my life, and he's not even in like a band that anyone can listen to, but he's setting up guitars for the best bands that you love. You know what I mean? Like,
yeah.
And he's probably making as much money, if not more, than the band itself on stage. You know what I mean? Like he's doing well doing it.
No,
and
for real. Like, it's crazy.
The fact that he got to send off a iconic human being, like that show is just like you had to be there for that moment. Like that's a Live Aid. If you weren't there, that is the greatest moment in the past 30 years of music or 20 years of music that anyone can talk about. And your cousin got to not just be there, but like help set it up and be a part of the production to make it as good as it was. And that's so cool.
He was like, yeah, it was awesome. It was definitely the most fucking stressful 40 minutes of my life, I think was the quote that he gave to me.
Yeah.
He was like, it was the most stressful 40 minutes of my life because he like just helped with like the super group with Frank Bello and stuff like that. But
yeah,
I don't want
to be in a Youngblood video.
That too. Youngblood was like right behind him, and I'm like, what the hell? This is weird. It's so funny. So funny to me.
Yeah, but I'm so proud of him. But that's
crazy.
Dude, that's
so like that's who I look up to, right? And then he's like when he's home or the few times that we've been able to have conversations about music stuff, and he's like telling me to keep doing what I'm doing because I've done more than he has. You know what I mean? So no, not chemicals. It's the Converse Kid.
The Converse
Kid.
Not all together, no spaces.
Yeah, no spaces. It's the most complicated thing. But anyway, I look up to him and he's doing all this crazy shit. And then he's coming home and he's being like, dude, you've achieved more than me. And I'm like, what the fuck are you talking about? And he's like, look at all the music you've put out. Look at all the shows you've played and the venues and the places. Like you did all this stuff. And, and I'm like, wow, I guess like, it depends on what you view as like your goals and stuff like that. And that really put into perspective. Now that conversation was a long time ago prior to that, but still the fact that like my family is like proud of me and they're all doing their own.
You got to play Warped Tour.
Yeah. I got to play a Warped Tour event and like, it's been amazing. It's been really cool.
Yeah.
And
so we'll kind of lean into that. What are some moments or accomplishments for yourself that you are proud of since the last time we talked? We just said Warped Tour.
Yeah. Definitely Warped Tour. Definitely playing Chain Reaction in California. That was a venue I've always wanted to be at with handguns. Was super sick. I sold my first ever shirt like on the road in Colorado, which was neat. It's like, you know what I mean? Like my first shirt that wasn't like a family member or a friend. I went out and the furthest from home I could possibly be that isn't just the coast. I sold a shirt.
How crazy is it watching someone walk around with your logo or your name on their body?
Insane.
I'm not used to it. Like it gets me a little emotional when I see like I go to a wrestling show and someone walks in with a shirt and I'm just like
That's
Are you
so
sure?
cool.
Thank you. I appreciate that so
Sure.
much.
You want a refund?
I-
I'll buy that off your back.
Yeah,
No.
like fuck. Now I gotta like work hard because I don't want them to shirt like they worked hard for their money, and I'm gonna quit in 2 weeks, and their shirt like, yeah, I bought this fucking guy's shirt and he quit already. Like, you know what I mean? Like, fuck that guy.
Yeah, that's a huge accomplishment for me for sure. Just being able to sell merch, I guess, and also just having people come out and be like, "Oh, I came here to see you play," and then but like I'm stoked that these people are playing too, or whatever. Like just hearing stuff like that, or like after shows, sometimes people will come up to me, and it's usually the same 3 songs or so. They'll be like,
Sorry, I
"I
had to
really,
intrusive thought.
no, you're good." Um,
Just because I didn't know there was another Converse kid. So now every time I go to your show, I'm gonna ask you to play Chemicals.
God damn
Yo,
it.
I've been listening to your stuff, man. I love fucking Chemicals. You're like, fuck.
The TheConverseKid merch is super rad.
Is
My
it?
partner designed it. Yeah, you want to see
Oh,
it?
yeah.
Would you like to see a shirt?
Yeah, please.
Y'all want to buy a shirt? $25.
I'll buy a shirt, $25. Fucking, do you have 2X for the fat boys? Oh shit. I like it.
I do
That's
need
simple.
to get different colors though, because I only have the black shirt right now. And Junk Punk was like, I don't wear black because I get dog hair and cat hair and stuff like that. And I was like, you're so right, dude. I never thought about that. So anything that's not black or white, I need to get like a neon green would be rad.
Mine do not just reverse the colors. Make a black and pink and then a pink and black.
Okay. I see. So you're saying like salmon, black on salmon?
No, the same color pink that's on the logo. Make that the shirt color and then make the logo black.
I would have to find a shirt that's specifically that pink. That's a little bit harder. That's a little bit harder. Yeah. A cutie logo too for the girls. Yeah,
that is a cutie logo. It's easy to embroider and shit too.
Juicy booty shorts, but it just has the Kid on the back of them.
Ooh,
no, I'm kidding. I'm kidding. I don't want that.
I kind of wish
I saw that at a show. I would quit. I
kind of wish more people wore masks. You know how sick would it be to have I Heart ABJ like masks on their face?
That'd be fucking.
And it just opens. Is it like a zipper on it? Oop.
Holy shit! But yeah, one of the biggest accomplishments, I guess, for me is that like after playing a show, some people come up to me. They won't buy merch, or they will. I have stickers too. So sometimes they'll buy a sticker and they'll be like, hey, I just want to say, like, I really connected with that song 333. That song is like insane. Like, I love it. I don't know what it is, but that it made me feel something, and that means a lot to me. So like songs like that, or like Daydream Valentine or To Hurt to Heal, where people are like, oh, it's catchy and it gets stuck in my head, but it's not like annoying or anything. And I love when like I could hear you singing it, or like anyone that's like new like starts singing it and stuff like that. That stuff's really fun to me. So that makes my
I was singing along with you at the bar, and then you stopped playing it or stopped singing it, and then it was just me screaming in the bar.
That's fucking funny.
Yeah.
Holy shit.
Yeah, I love Daydream Valentine.
Happy, dude.
I love that song so much.
I like it too. I think it's really.
That's your free bird for me. If I don't hear that song, I'm going home.
You're like, I'm out.
I like A Kid Again too.
To Be a Kid Again. I haven't played that in a long time live because it's just. It's a lot. It's exhausting for me because it's so like real, and I was so young when I wrote it, and I was like,
I think that's what I think
about being a kid again.
I think that's why I like that song, is because like I'm not gonna say I was with you every moment of your existence, but like I was with you and your friend, your first fucking show. You know what I mean? Like the first time you played a coffee shop, and then going and playing Goodfellas, and then to where we are now, and just like watching you go through everything.
That's crazy.
Yeah,
that's crazy.
And watching you go through life, and then like seeing what you went through in your life, and then seeing how you translate it into your music, and then watching you just grow as a musician and getting your confidence, because that's the biggest thing. Like people would like I just talking to Tim about it the last time we performed, where you guys performed together at Pilguru, not the last one I was at, when it was like ran by somebody else. But I just remember being like, man, he's a completely different person he was a year ago. Even a year after that, like I like from where you come to where you are now, like you're figuring it out. You can see everything starting to click for you of how you got to do it. You might not have the motivation you want, but like when you're up there, you do appear as like you're confident and you have a stage presence and you know what to say and you know how to be a little entertaining and like you're good at what you do.
Thank you. I appreciate that. That means a lot to me too, especially you saying how, the life translates through the songs and stuff like that, because I think that's a big thing for me is like, I'm like, who's actually listening to my music and knows what I'm going through? Because people be like, what's going on? And I'm like, have you listened to the songs? I mean, there's a lot. There's a lot going on.
I mean, my thing is I don't have music. I have podcasts that no one listens to, and then I make a Facebook post, and then everyone's like, yo, bro, your Facebook posts are bumming me the fuck out. I just don't want to see it no more. And I'm like, that's the only way I can express myself, motherfucker. Like goes like fucking, oh, I hate that. Like, if you're judging me based on it and you're not asking if I'm good, or I'm not asking you to ask, but just like, if your first reaction is I'm annoyed by this, then you're probably not my person.
Yeah. No, 100%. I totally get that. I think for me, like, it is a different format, right? Because you can only do so much as a commentator or presenter or interviewer to like put yourself out there, right? So it's like you have to be able to express that too without pushing your point of view on the person that you're talking to. You know what I mean? Totally. Like without being like, oh, you should do this or you should think this or blah blah blah, whatever, put out there how you feel. It's hard. But it's like you said, for me, like it took so much time to get that confidence and to get the like, I don't know, understanding of the way that I want things to come out, and also seeing within people what is reflective in a good way, what is positive.
Yeah, I think from an outside perspective, I think your three key points are for you is, I think your first tour with Handguns when you were out there with Cheesefoot. We'll just leave it at that. You know what you did on that tour. The debauchery. No, but you came home from that a different person. You came home from that tour a different musician.
Yeah,
you had a different mind state. Yeah, it changed a lot for you.
Very young.
That you were no longer in your parents' house. You were no longer you weren't the cousin of insert Collins here. You went out on tour with a different band and found yourself. You know what I mean? And that was a huge, like that changed for me. And then your breakup changed you. And then your post breakup and finding your new partner. I almost said friend. That was horrible. Your new partner. But like those three key elements for you have really took you on that roller coaster. You know what I mean? And watching you grow and growing into this, it's been wonderful, man.
It's exhausting. And it's like, it's only been 6 years since like the actual beginning of it all. 7 years.
We started around the same time,
stuff, but yeah,
we literally started around the same time. Yeah,
that's crazy.
What are some? I know you said this new show coming up is a huge goal for you, but what are some? And we talked about dream collaborations, but what are some new goals or things that you have set for yourself that you'd like to do in the near future?
Definitely focus on getting a full band. I really want other people to write off of and collaborate with and play with, especially in a live setting. I think there's a lot of my songs that if I were to have a full band, I think it would just bump a lot better. You know what I mean?
Like everything's great, but your intro music fucking sucks. Whoever wrote that should swallow a mic. Holy shit.
Man, and your taste in podcasts is interesting, as I might say myself. No, but yeah, I think just focusing on getting an actual band set up, definitely dialing in my calendar and taking it a little bit more professionally and setting those boundaries for myself to be like, all right, I'm playing this and this date. I want to not play these specific dates, and just kind of slowly close in and make fine points as far as that goes.
So you've been struggling. We know you've been struggling to even try to collaborate or get to do things with other people, especially in a local scene. I think you're finding yourself and creating your brand as this Converse Kid. like you want to make a band, you want to try to go through. I think that's a nightmare scenario for you. Like you have to
Well, you have
collaborate
to
with your times with
understand.
everybody else.
You
I
have
think
to
you're doing so
understand,
well
like
with your own solo band, your own
everything
solo thing.
everything online though, when people go to listen to my music, you know what I mean? Like they're like, "Oh, this is so different than the live shows." And you can say so yourself. You can
That's
say so,
fair.
like,
Yeah,
you know what I
you're
mean? You're listening
performing,
to my
you're
music.
writing everything. Yeah,
Yeah. And so you come out and you're like, "Wow, I just like this better." And I easily could just, write and record the acoustic versions of all those songs, but it's so much harder. It's different to translate that feeling to a recording for me, I guess. So
yeah,
I think that's my next goal is just to record a live album and then see where that goes for sure.
yeah.
That's it too. But
I,
no,
I honestly, I think you're the Aussie route. Like you are the Converse Kid, and if people join your band, they're joining and playing the music that you created as the Converse Kid. Like, and I know that's going to be impossible to find right now as a band, but I think that should like fuck what I think. If I'm just saying, but that's my opinion. Like that's the route you already have established yourself as this Converse Kid to a certain degree. That I think trying to go and rebranding with a new band and trying to like I think your
it
drive
sucks
and passion
because
is.
it sucks because I did like for the longest time I was like I really like this name, but now like lately I've just been like I like I need a change. Like I feel like it's not doing anything, but I can see it. I could see clearly like people like know who I am or whatever.
Would you
Um
ever just go by Billy Trey? I don't
Probably.
think I think it's a good
I
name.
I
I
think
think
it's a
Billy
good
Trey's a good
name.
name.
I just don't think it reflects, I guess, the way that I write as an artist. But I guess it doesn't fucking matter. Like everyone's just using their name at this point.
Yeah.
It's a name is just a name. But my grandfather brought that up. He's like, everyone knows the Converse Kid, but do they know that you're the Converse Kid? I'm like, I think so because every time I'm out somewhere, that's what they call me. If they
Yeah.
don't know my
Are
name
you
already,
Pee Wee Herman? Are you know
yeah.
what I mean? Like,
Are you Pee Wee Herman or are you Paul Rubens? They're like,
yeah,
I could be any.
yeah, absolutely.
Yeah.
I mean, Pee Wee Herman has a star in the Hall of Fame. Paul
Yeah.
Rubin doesn't.
It definitely, I agree. Like changing your name, yeah, it could definitely hinder you for sure. And so now that I think that I've built it up, I understand. This is what I have to stick with, and it sucks. Some of my favorite bands are like, oh, I wish we never had this name, but then like they're the biggest fucking bands you've ever like seen or
Yeah.
whatever. I'm sure
I
Metallica's
mean,
not.
the only time you're gonna have to change your name is when you get that CNC,
Yep. And at that
and
point,
that's
I'd be
and
CNVRSE.
yeah, and that's when you change it. But honestly, like what you have now, keep. You know what I
Yeah.
mean? Fuck, maybe even Converse likes what you're fucking doing. You know what I mean? You don't know where
That'd
that's
be
gonna
sick.
take you.
I
But I
will
on
say
it,
that too. When we did, when we were on tour with Handguns, we did the podcast with Mike Herrera from MXPX, which is like a well-established punk band that like brought a lot of influence to so many bands out there these days. And I told him like what I went by and stuff like that. He's like, Converse, that's so sick. I remember playing basketball and I had these Chuck Taylors and stuff like that. And like it was just really cool. Like, and I'm like, I know they'll remember that. And a couple years ago, Smoking Popes, one of my biggest influences, I think it was last year, maybe 2 years, they put out a new song called Madison. I covered that song and I went to see them in Philly. And then after the show, I waited at the merch table and I was talking to the lead singer who writes it, um, writes all their music and lyrics. I don't know if he does all the music, but he writes the lyrics and stuff like that. And he's like the front man. I went up to him and like, hey, Josh, I just want to say this was my first time seeing you guys and I've been a fan for so long and I love the new music. It feels nostalgic, but it also feels like new and it's like this interesting like blend of everything that I've liked about your sound over the years. And he was like, "Oh, thank you so much." I was like, "Yeah, it's so good. I did a cover of it. I did a cover of the song." And he was like, "You're the Converse Kid?" He was like, "Hold on, wait a minute." And he went back to his green room, got his phone. He's like, "Can I get a picture with you?" And like took a picture with me and put it on his Instagram saying that he met me. And it's still up there on his page and stuff
that's
like that. And
sick.
that's like, so dude, it's like, and then me and M went to see them when they played in Philly again this past year. And he looked at me and he's like, I know you. you're the Converse Kid. And I was like, this is crazy. Like
Yeah,
my
man.
favorite artist like remembers me and shit.
Lily
Like,
says you could do a Tom Petty and a Tom Brady and the Heartbreakers type thing, whereas like the Converse Kid, but then the band has their own
Pink
side
Punk
name.
Degenerates is crazy. The
I,
Kicks. That's
I think
possible.
that's the move. I think that could be a
Converse
really good
Kid and
idea.
the Soulless or something.
I mean, look at Ghost. Ghost is a band that's one guy's essentially the driving force, and everyone plays around him. Ozzy's been that. Youngblood, like he has a band behind him, but people realize, hey, this guy has worked his ass off to build this brand. It's not all like if maybe that's the move. Is like you find musicians who are more dedicated to the music aspect than it is having their name there. You know what I mean?
Yeah, for sure. And there's definitely people out there like that are like, I don't want to.
Yeah, there's a really good saxophone player that would probably have no problem being part of the Converse Kid band. Like,
I wish that he played drums though. That's like my heart. Like, honestly, if one person could just play the drums for me, I mean, and people are like, "Why don't you ask your mom and stuff like that?" And it's not that it's like a weird thing. It's just that she's busy. She has a life.
Could you imagine if fucking Harry, like, that asshole had to go out and get popular and famous? Like, he would have been a good person to learn drums to fucking throw in there.
That's fucking funny.
Now he has his own thing going on.
He has his own thing going on, and he has his own thing going on. I'm like, man, you guys are so successful. And then they're like, dude, we don't message you because we think you're just busy.
Yeah.
And I'm like, why would I be busy? You're the ones out there doing shit.
Yeah.
And I mean, it's true though. It's like I'm always posting about something. I'm always playing a show, or I'm always writing and recording. So it's like I don't know.
Yeah. So any new hobbies or interests that you have picked up since then? Are you watching any movies, playing any video games? Anything that's out there right now you're currently into?
I've really been into watching a lot of videos based on VFX work lately in film and CGI and stuff like that. I briefly got back into coding games. Me and my cousin Ben were kind of going back and forth about making a VR game, which I don't want to go into details with because it's a pretty good idea. But I did that for a little bit and was trying to learn coding again, and was just kind of just small stuff that I never really took off the ground with. But streaming again, I've been getting back into doing live streams, playing music and also games, and just hanging out and doing.
Is there any new artists or musicians you're into right now that you're like a fan of?
Dude, 100%. So many. Palomino is a big one for me. Obviously, always Timmy, always like Yell at God, all the people that have ever put me on to a show, like Justin, who I'll be playing with.
Any mainstream stuff that you're into right now?
It's been really good for me.
Yeah.
I like their newest release. I got to meet them and they were pretty chill. I'll just say that. Not that I had a negative experience with any of them. They were all awesome. Maybe one of them was a little awkward, but other than that, the band's great. No. I would love to open up for them someday and get a second chance at me not being an awkward person. But
yeah.
Silverstein, I've been listening to their newest album. It's okay right now. I don't like it entirely because of the let's collaborate with as many people as possible thing that everybody's doing right now, but it is what it is, you know.
I've been obsessed with just listening to Ozzy over and over and over.
Yeah.
But I'm also like Youngblood got me.
Mm-hmm.
Listening to a lot of Youngblood. I'm still obsessed with Ghost. That's a lot of that.
No one really caught on to him until that happened, and that kind of bums me out because like he's always been a pretty talented artist. Youngblood, like I remember
very talented.
A couple of his singles back in the day, but I think that emo rap was like flooding the gates of everything that was going on. You know what I mean? Like,
yeah.
And now that he did that, and people are like, "Wow, he's more than just that kind of artist. Like, he can actually sing, or he can actually entertain people." So
he's watching him is like he's like a mix of like the 4 or 5 artists I really like, and into one human, into a new generation. Like, I look at him like when I first seen him, I was like, "All right, who's this Sex Pistols punk kid?" And then I was like, "All right," and then he kind of like evolved, and I was like, "Oh, who's this David Bowie dude?" Like kind of like cross-dressing and really putting his sexuality out there and like kind of toting those lines. And then I seen him do the Ozzy thing. I'm like, oh, he's young Ozzy. And then I was like watching and listening. I'm like, he's kind of like a Steven Tyler too. He's got a big ass mouth on him. And then him and Steven performed last week. I'm like, he's like an amalgamation of all these amazing rock stars. And he's kind of finding his way to really do cool things.
M worked with him in 2017 and 2018 before he was popular. Hopefully, good things.
Yeah, she's like, he's a fucking dick.
she's like texting me. She's like, he's a bad person. No, I'm kidding. No,
he bites the heads off bats. That's weird. He's like trying to just so hard. No,
so hard.
Yeah.
Holy shit.
What games are you playing?
Lately, me and Em have been just playing a lot of Cuphead, like so much so that she just gets rage baited every time. That
I don't think that's too hard. I can't do that.
It is a lot. Warped Tour. That makes sense to me.
Yeah.
No, Cuphead is fun. Peak is fun. I've been playing a lot of Peak. Peak's been a great time. And also Valorant, which no one knows what the fuck that game is anymore, but it's a first-person shooter arena, kind of like Overwatch, but different, a little bit more tactical.
Overwatch with like N64 graphics.
No.
It looks shitty. I watched you play it. Yeah, I think it looks like fucking 2001 video game.
That's crazy.
Yeah,
that might just be my PC being shit, honestly.
Oh, maybe. I was like, why is he playing like a fucking Super Nintendo game?
That's funny to me. I wish I could get more into like single player games, but I just don't have the time. In my head, I don't have the time. I'm wasting too much time. I'm not writing a song. I'm not, doing something productive.
Yeah.
But I am excited. For something very specific, which is out right now, and we should play sometime. The new Skate.
Is it out?
Mm-hmm.
No, it's not. On my Xbox, I can get the new Skate right now.
It should be out. Yeah, it should be out. It's out on PC. I just downloaded it the other day.
I'm checking out as we speak. So we've been talking about this for a while, but I'm going to put it out in the universe because we're on screen, and I'm going to pressure both of us to. That's really loud. I apologize. My Xbox startup screen. And I'm going to pressure both of us to try to do it. It won't be something consistently, but I have been talking to not just Billy, but a few other people of maybe collaborating more and making more content. So I'll have more people who are like, hey, I want to do, I want to come and review this, or I want to review that. And me and Billy are going to kind of maybe do a lot of the music side of things, like review albums. Like Billy's going to challenge me with an album, then I'm going to challenge him with an album, and kind of meet in the middle and do some not cool in high school stuff. But there might be movies and other things in there as well. So that is something to really look forward to. I think we're going to try to make that happen.
I want to get you in contact with my buddy Rob, who I just did. Oh, get them out of here. Who's he? You fake ass.
No, these are my actual viewers. This is all I have on Twitch. I'm not kicking them out. They're the only people who watch me on Twitch. That's the only viewer I have right now. Shout out to 123 dude right there. Thanks for holding it down. I don't see Skate at all. I don't see Skate
really
on here. Yeah, I don't see it under new games or games coming soon. So I don't think it's available. I don't think it's out for console yet.
Maybe not.
Oh wait. What's this? All right, so you can search Skate, but it says currently not available. Continue shopping.
Got you. Maybe it's just not out on there yet. That's weird. Maybe I can download it. I haven't tried to play it yet, so maybe I can just
Oh my god, yeah. When that becomes the thing, well, I mean, I'm not gonna be good at it, but I'll play it.
But yeah, I want to get you in contact with my buddy Rob, who I just did his podcast. That comes out Wednesday.
Yeah.
Called Everything After.
Okay.
And I think you guys would hit it off because he asked me before the show. He sent me a couple of things, and he was like, "What's a movie that's been on your mind? What's like your, what's your favorite movie, or what's a movie that's just been on your mind?" And I told him there's this movie called Wizards from 1977, and it came out before Heavy Metal, and it's just this crazy film about two wizards and propaganda and how it floods the world, and it's the two wizards are brothers, and the one wizard's a fucking Nazi, which is crazy.
Wow.
And then the other wizard, the good wizard, is the wizard that's not that. And so did
you get high and watch a weird version of the Wizard of Oz? Like, what's going on?
No, I was driving past the Mahoning Drive-In, and I heard the audio for it, and I was like, whoa, this music's fucking wild. Like, this is bumping. This is psychedelic, and it's cool, and it sounds like war-torn, and I'm like, and I was like, I gotta go see what movies in the theater. I paid like $5 or $10 or whatever, and I went in, and I was watching it. I was like, this is insane. It's the trippiest shit ever. I want to get
What's
a
it called?
tattoo. It's just called Wizards.
From
It's
what
an
year?
animated film from 1977 from the people that created heavy metal, and it's an animated film.
Interesting.
And it's mixed media, and it has like all this stuff, but it's got like crazy imagery, and it's so different to me.
It kind of looks like the Sword in the Stone almost.
I mean, it came out before that, so that a lot of animations took after that afterwards. You know what I mean? Like as far as like inspirations go, but it's really good, dude.
They
You
got a
gotta
big
watch
booby
it.
elf girl.
Yeah, I'm gonna get her tattooed. That's the princess. I think it's Princess. What's her name? I can't remember. But yeah,
Interesting.
that's my next
Look into
tattoo.
it. I just watched. Have you watched that documentary, The Wrong Number, yet?
No.
Oh my God! I'm gonna change your life, Billy. On Netflix, called Wrong Number. This girl in high school, she has her little high school sweetheart boyfriend, and everything's amazing. And they're both athletes and good students and good kids, and they live in a small little town, like any other town in school.
Oh my
county.
God!
Everybody knows everybody, and she starts receiving these text messages.
I hope M's
her
here
and
right
her
now.
boyfriend.
Em watched this. Emily watched this.
My God, I'm not gonna. I mean, everyone kind of knows where it goes to, but I won't spoil it, Lily, if you haven't watched it. But like, she just keeps receiving all these horrible texts of telling her she's terrible and she's this scumbag and she should hurt herself and her boyfriend's cheating on her and all these really sexual, disgusting things.
Yeah.
And then you find out who did it.
Is crazy. It's fucking crazy. Because Em was talking to me about it, and I was like, "That's a thing. Like that's a real thing." She's like, "Yeah, it's a documentary."
Dude, those stories happen everywhere all the time. That's the world.
That's crazy.
You know what I'm saying? Like, yikes.
Like someone that close to you.
Yeah, it's pretty close. That's about as close as you can get. That's a fucking crazy documentary. I watch it. I love the TikToks for it, where it's like, "See ya, honey, love you," and then like they're like, "You fucking little fucking flat ass fucking bitch. I hope you fucking I love you, babe." Like the TikToks making fun of the documentary are the best. Like they're like, how, because it's almost like they're not making fun of the situation. Like what that girl went through is the most traumatic thing of her life, and it sucks that she has to live the rest of her life because of it, and it probably affected her so much.
They just cut out the context of it completely.
Yeah, but just the aspect of just like the person doing it,
like caring, and then all of a sudden being
and then they got like a slap on their wrist for the most part. I feel about it. Like if that was the other way, dude, that person would still be in jail. Could you imagine if it was a male figure? Spoiler alert, it wasn't a dude. If it was a male figure sending those explicit sexual messages to a young child female.
Yeah.
Bro, they would have threw the key away on him.
Yeah.
He definitely wouldn't be allowed to talk to him ever again.
That's for sure.
And this person still has contact with the person.
That's insane.
That's forgiveness down on a Christian level. I can't understand.
No.
Yeah, no way.
It makes me sick, and it makes my skin crawl inside. I'm like, I would never be able to see you the same ever again, and I would hope that you died.
I would have very strong feelings. Yeah. So what are some new learning experience or advice you would pass off to someone trying to chase their dreams or do music or do Omegle streams? What would be your advice?
Don't let anyone influence you otherwise. Do the thing that makes you happy 100%. You're gonna have to alter it eventually in some way, shape, or form just to get the formula down. But if you stop entirely, you'll never be able to pick up that steam and maybe never be able to is like kind of a stretch, but sometimes it's harder to when you've like just fucking, if you let it go, it's just going to be so much harder and you're going to put so much more work on yourself. But sometimes you need that break. You need the pause within it to get back into a motivated mindset. So if you're someone that's like driven, and I'm in no way an expert because I don't have a label.
Yeah, we're still figuring shit out.
You know what I mean? Like
that 10 people watching. Who the fuck are we?
But I've toured. I've booked shows where I've gotten paid in different states and stuff like that. So like, if that's your goal, I can get you there. Really, the whole thing is make real friends. make actual fucking friends and be the most realistic person you can and cut out all the bullshit. If it doesn't align with you, then just, split it off, get it out of here. Don't fucking deal with it. And find the people that actually align with the things that matter to you. And that might not be me, but you gotta figure your own thing out.
Yeah. What are you grateful for? And are you currently happy?
My family, my current girlfriend is really rad, and I'm very happy about that. The music scene that I've sort of slowly embedded myself into, just super supportive, and I'm really grateful. I mean, they might not be chatting, but I'm sure that they're watching. They're very quiet people, but yeah, no, I'm very grateful for everyone that I've met, and when they're available, they do tend to share everything, so it's really sweet. So
Awesome.
yeah.
Awesome. Well, listen, people, you can follow and support the Converse Kid, Billy Trey, on the links below. There's a link tree, so make sure you go and follow them on all social media. Follow their Spotify's if you have that, or any music platform that you listen to. Leave some reviews. Put them in the rotations, put them in some playlists. Let me know what you think. Support, buy some merchandise. Got some t-shirts available now. We'll try to see if we can get those available on digital t-shirts so you don't have to carry them around as well. I think that's just an easy way to make money, so we should help you set that up if you need it.
Yeah,
and if you made it this far on the YouTube, Facebook, Twitch, or side, make sure you hit subscribe button. I set a goal for myself for 10,000 by the end of the year. It's not looking like
goal. That's a big goal.
Maybe
2,000. Maybe 2,000.
I think 2,000 is my realistic, but 10,000 is my big goal.
You're like, that's my dream goal.
Yeah, I would like to hit 10, but if we can get, I'm about halfway to 2. Like I'm 1,500 some subscribers. So we'll
tell you what.
That's
when
the
I
goal.
pop off and my music pops off, I'll put out one of the songs that we have on here with ABJ Podcast theme in parentheses, so that people are like, what the fuck is that?
Write some lyrics like this fucking guy gets drunk and says stupid stuff on stream.
I'll do like a legitimate
like a fucking Beavis and Butthead intro music, but like with lyrics. Yeah,
that'd be rad.
Yeah, also you check my link tree out. I do have some merchandise ways you can support. Follow me on social media. Come stalk me. I need something weird in my life to fucking spice it up. But that's pretty much all we got. And fun to say this with the person on screen with me, but we're going to sign out, and here's some music by the Converse Kid.